my feed
is nonstop, yo.
Inundated. We're all laughing because I was joking around before about how this has never happened before in internet history.
Yes.
I literally believe sincerely, and I mean this, and you thought that I was being hyperbolic.
I don't.
I'm not.
I don't.
He is showing up on my feed non-fucking stop.
Dude.
I'm not clicking on it. It's just next video is him in that accent, which I don't know what the fuck country that is.
I'll be trying to figure that shit out too.
And the entire media is attacking him on a daily basis. Buy the special, motherfucker. Buy the special. Real talk.
Here's what's crazy. I've been seeing him on TikTok.
TikTok. Do you know what I'm saying?
He everywhere, yo. He unstoppable.
Instagram.
His YouTube shorts.
Instagram, YouTube shorts.
You're wearing your YouTube shorts right now. He was talking about. You got your YouTube shorts on right now.
Oh, fuck you. All I'm trying to say is Hunter Biden got.
No, he's undeniably funny. You can't even act like a guy not funny.
He's funny. Yeah,
he's funny, bro.
If he's playing in your city, go see him. Watch his show. Just let him see that you support him, because right now he's being surrounded by people in this industry who are letting him know that he has to apologize, who are letting him know that people, Jimmy Fallon talking about people coming in crying for his Me Too comments. So it is important that he see that you guys are out there. And I know he'll probably play it off and he'll probably be embarrassed by the support, because this right now to me is the most egregious, blatant example of the left taking someone out for using their words. Worse, taking a comedian out for using his words.
Have you seen the guy who does YouTube videos and he like breaks down comedians acting like he just doesn't acting like they're great, and it's almost like a scientific breakdown of jokes?
Yeah.
He goes through Chris D'Elia's, and it is so fucking funny. He just destroys him. He oh my God.
Oh, good. Okay.
He's like, see, right here, he's repeating it so that people know that he's making a joke, which is very effective. You can tell he's a seasoned comedian because he said it 4 to 5 times to get people laughing, and he's laughing, which is
yes, it's so good. Chris D'Elia, the reason, if you're wondering why we're making fun of him, is because he has sex with children.
If I see another person who's done stand-up for 3 years, it's like, my special's coming out in 2 weeks, I'm gonna fucking, whoa, I'm pissed, dude.
I do teach piano lessons as well.
Oh yeah? Oh, you're a teacher? Oh yeah? Whoa. He's all like, I'm a teacher. Oh my God, there's so many trash comedians, I can't even fucking believe it.
And like the whole crew's like, yes, Myles, like, yes. And Myles is like, just doing God's work here.
No, come on, he did not say that. He did not say that.
No, he did. He said, just doing
I don't think he has any like unironic fans. Like I said, his entire community just makes fun of him. It's amazing.
One of the things that I think is interesting about this is that, you know, this is the third one of these videos that they released. And the first one, there was tremendous outrage. Second one, tremendous outrage. And that's when YouTube said, we're not going to let you post these videos.
I went and saw him at the Palladium about a year or two ago. And it was one of the worst shows I've ever seen. And one of my friends, another comic that I respect a lot, gave him a standing ovation. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And he was like, I understand why you feel the way you do, but I just love seeing the act. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. What was bad about that? It was aggressively corny.
It's tricky too, responding to a crowd like that too, because you have to be funny, but you can't be too mean, right? You can't hit a fly with a sledgehammer.
One of the best stupid, poor comedians working today, for sure.
I just really encourage this group to think carefully about this sad attempt at humor.
Welcome, everybody, to Gutfeld Explained, Jokes Explained, Double Explained Mondays. Get your bingo cards. We're about to play a little bit of Gutfeld Bingo. Lots to talk about today. Thank you for joining us across Twitch, YouTube, Kick, Instagram, and the Goop Network. I don't know if some of you subscribe to Goop, Gwyneth Paltrow's health brand, but I'm trying to stream to Goop. You're on goop.tv. I'm just kidding with you guys. They don't have a streaming service yet because it's known that streaming is very bad for your health. Watching streams is bad for you, and doing streams is bad for you. But it's fun. So, you know, you got to let loose a little while and stream. Get your bingo cards. We're playing bingo today. We got a lot of regulars here at the bar. Thank you all for playing Sauerkraut Lagwar. Amy's twitching. Oh yes, grab your bingo cards. And we got some people on YouTube as well. If you're on Twitch, you can play bingo. If you're on YouTube, sit back and just relax and enjoy the Don Lemon is gay jokes. I think we're gonna get some AOC jokes. Big weekend. This weekend we had big protests in the United States. So that was pretty gay, and also very coastal elite. So looking forward to a lot of those jokes on Gutfeld. And we have, courtesy, again, a friend of the channel, Never Forget 77 on Rumble. We have a fresh slate of Gutfeld, 5 episodes of Gutfeld to get through, as well as, of course, lots of Benny Johnson AI intros. We've got 2 minutes to go till the first bingo starts. Before we get to that bingo, let's take a little scroll around the Rumble. Let's see what's in the news based on the Rumble thumbnails. Looks like there's 7 days until boots on the ground in Iran, as we pronounce it here on Rumble. We've got so pending invasion, very good stuff. Time to destroy those wokes that live in that part of the world. We've got Kevin O'Leary noticed something that nobody else noticed. Also, brought up on Gutfeld before, Trump has wanted to invade Iran since 1987. So even though a lot of people voted for him because he's the no new wars president, he actually said back in the 80s that he wanted to do wars. So this is all part of like a very complicated 4D chess move that's taken place over decades. This guy's a real mastermind of these sorts of strategies. So just sit back, let him take the wheel, is what I always say. What they still aren't telling you about the spike protein, we've got Russell Brand exposing Fauci and Bill Clinton once again. Very good stuff. Looks like the Canadians, it's funny, are returning to communism, which is a very funny thing to say, because the Canadians have always been communists. I don't know why. I don't know how you return to something you already are. We've got something was leaked. I don't know what it was, but it was leaked, and Russell Brand is there to see that leak. Russell Brand is like a urinal, and he just he receives all the leaks. Bill Maher having some brutal truths. What else we got here? U.S. again invading Iran very soon. Very excited for that. Very funny stuff. Christmas is... Christians are banned from Israel. Wow. Tucker Carlson ratcheting up the anti-Israel rhetoric. And Israel, of course, is controlled by you-know-who. Something Jim Brewer talks about as well. So very good, very funny stuff. Ilhan Omar, tile number 38. What else we got here? Cringe, organized and dangerous. Yeah, this is the No King. Steven Crowder giving his little take. Hey, let's watch a little Benny Johnson AI intro before we get this bingo started, because the bingo timer's already counted down. Just giving you guys a couple late joiners some time to join and get their bingo cards here. Is the Iran war the perfect excuse for another lockdown? Yeah, government's always locking people down. It happens all the time. Definitely not once every 100 years. They're coming for you next. I don't know who. Well, we know who they are. They are coming for you, and we know who they are. Here on Gutfeld Monday. But let's find a Benny Johnson intro here. We love them so much. They're so creative. Come on, Benny. Where is he? Andrew Tate, being rich, what that's like. That's very cool. There it is. There's one. Let's watch this. This is Ilhan Omar committing immigration fraud. Well known.
On time's up! Your biscuits too snort!
No, you're twisting everything!
You put America last!
Yes, face U.S. failed! Now,
face the consequences!
There it is. Like, yeah, like the amount of... And I think,
On time's up! Your biscuits too snort!
No!
what did he say? What did he say? I think that's J.D. Vance there.
On time's up! Your biscuits too snort!
No, you're twisting everything!
I don't...
You put America last!
Yes, face U.S. failed! Now...
Oh, so I think what is this is I think they're speaking the devil's language, which is this is woke speak, I believe. I think they're using just pronouns. I think they're speaking satanic, which is just pronouns. Wow, the AI is so advanced that they know that the devil's tongue is entirely pronouns, and of course, if you're not a Satanist, you're not going to understand what they're saying. So if you guys are as confused as I am, it's because to us it just sounds like gobbledygook. But if you were a coastal elite, you would be able to decipher that. Okay, the bingo cards. They're hot, they're steamy, they're right out of the oven. Just like chicken strips right out of the fryer. We'll get you guys some bingo cards here. 14, not too bad. Let's do it. And we have some new bingo cards with a new color scheme, courtesy of Brian. Thank you, Brian, for dutifully. I've seen what he has to do to fill in these bingo cards, and it is a absolute nightmare. So, thank you, Brian. He did it while driving, which is inspiring. All right, let's see. Episode 1 of Gutfeld. What are we predicting for the first joke? So this is last week. We're not going to have any of these protest jokes that we would be looking forward to. We'll have to wait a week for that one. But what was happening? A lot of Iran war stuff, AOC. What would the Iran? What's the Iran? Maybe Zoran? No Tyrus today.
I love it when you give me the clap.
I love it when you give me the clap. And a little bit of a excited pause there from our uploader. Never forget 77. He makes a couple mistakes, but we that's the quirks we love.
Good evening, everyone. So over the weekend, Ilhan Omar's daughter went to Cuba to show solidarity with the communist leadership.
Okay, Ilhan Omar. Number 35 now. Okay, so we're having a lot of Ilhan Omar jokes these days. It's interesting, the kind of the joke beam. Benny Johnson talking about Ilhan Omar. I don't know what she did that's in the news, but I think, okay, commies, yes, absolutely. Ilhan Omar, as we know, usually the joke is that she has sex with her brother. So let's hope we get that.
That's a switch. Usually when her family goes to Cuba, it's Guantanamo Bay.
Who is a terrorist.
It turns out that Democratic Congresswoman AOC spent $19,000 in campaign funds last year.
Wow, AOC. $19,000. You never hear, that's crazy. $19,000. That's a lot of money for America.
On a psychiatrist who specializes in ketamine therapy. It wasn't for AOC, though.
18 drugs.
It was for the therapist after spending 2 hours listening to her. Yeah.
Funny.
To reduce crowded TSA lines, President Trump is deploying ICE agents to the nation's airports. And to show you there's no hard feelings with ICE, one man has offered to help with the cavity searches.
I have to. Do we see this already, or do I smell burnt toast? I don't think we've seen this before. I know that, you know, Sauerkraut starting to understand why we like Gutfeld. This is really good here. Because you never really know if it's a new episode. It's kind of an experimental show, right? It's a very cutting edge comedy. It's very surreal because we come back every week, we load up 5 episodes, and then the next week we do the same thing. And it always feels like, have I been here before? Have I gone? It's almost like a fever dream. I feel like watching Gutfeld over and over again. I feel like I'm opening doors that lead to the same staircase that goes down to another door that leads down to a staircase. And each staircase, there's Don Lemon is gay. Don Lemon is gay. Open the door. Don Lemon is gay. Open another door. Rosie O'Donnell is ugly. Open another door. The View. Open another door. Ilhan Omar fucks her brother. And it's like this. It's like an MC Escher painting of infinite laughs. And we just have a great time here.
Practice on me, he said. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy warned, however, airport wait times are going to get much worse, and warning Spirit customers to plan ahead by bringing extra meth.
I think you're right. I think I know this one. Actually, Sauerkraut, I think you might be correct. You might be correct. I think I remember this one. Extra meth? Wait. No, it can't be. This is actually crazy. I think are they doing this? What? Okay, because remember we had almost a full week of Tyrus last week. I remember that. Oh, this is tough, but now the seed is planted.
Over the weekend, William Shatner turned 95 years old. I know. Good for him, huh?
Good for him.
In his honor, the International Space Station circled the Earth with its turn signal on.
See, that's okay. That's a brand new joke. And this is wild because this is actually old people are bad at driving instead of women are bad at driving. Wow. Is old. Yes. That is the joke. And he was wide open for a Joe Biden joke there, but he didn't do it.
A mailman has been charged with assault and endangering the welfare of a child after being caught on video attacking a 4-year-old.
This is going to be a little Fox News joke here, I think, right? Jesse Waters beating up 4-year-olds.
I know. Typical mailman. He was supposed to assault the 4-year-old 6 weeks ago.
Oh, it's a male joke. Yes. So the joke here, of course, is that the mail is usually late, right? Because the post office, the postal service, is an absolute piece of shit and should be defunded, eliminated, and it should be privately run by various AI drone companies that are efficient, or by migrant workers who don't have work papers and they can easily be enslaved. That is what we should have. So that's a little bit. It's a funny joke, but it's also a very good point. Get rid of the post office.
That's not even the bad one. Over the weekend, former FBI Director Robert Mueller passed away at 81.
Did someone say, yeah? Now, we don't like him because he witch hunted Donald Trump, remember? He witch hunted Donald Trump. They did the Mueller report, and at the end of the report, he was like, Donald Trump is a good guy. He's an OG gangster, and we love him and elect him again. So it's a good thing he's dead.
His last words were, "What are you doing here, Hillary?"
Okay. Was that a bomb? No, he got him. That little glance. A little cheeky glance to the crowd here. Hillary Clinton, 32, has killed people. We're getting a lot of bingo tiles on this one. But look at this. This is just like Johnny Carson. Just a little look at the crowd is all it takes, and people know it's time to laugh. This is, I love Gutfeld so much because where else can you go to hear Hillary Clinton jokes, right? Yeah, I almost every week, after Gutfeld Bingo, a couple days passes, I totally forget about Hillary Clinton. And then I get to watch Gutfeld Monday, and I'm like, that fucking bitch. I remember her.
Oh, thank you. After the death of Mr. Mueller, President Trump posted, quote, "Good, I'm glad he's dead."
Nice.
It's part of a new line of Trump sympathy cards.
Funny.
Awful. Awful. Finally, a woman claims a near-death experience left her with paranormal powers that can predict when people are going.
Sauerkraut predicted it. Oh, that he read the tweet or the truth. He read the truth. Yes, I'll give you that one. Chat predicted the joke. Gave her paranormal powers, predict deaths. Joe Biden is coming. Yeah, Mike Blackman, I think you got it.
To die. Have her call me, said one woman.
And there it is. Mike Blackman, very good with a second chat prediction. You guys are absolutely on it. No cheating, no scrolling ahead.
I don't get it. I don't get it. All right. So far-left activists went to Cuba and stayed in 5-star hotels while the rest of the country had a total blackout.
Classic. This is classic far-left coastal elites staying in 5-star hotels while the rest of Cuba suffers. This is classic, right? A lot of the protesters, the No Kings protest, they live in houses and they eat food when so many poor people in America don't have both those things. Pretty hypocritical. Pretty hypocritical if you ask me. Huh?
Because nothing says fight the power when no one else has any. And nothing says solidarity with the oppressed like maid service and a mint on your pillow. It's their version.
They're so elite. They're so rich. They're so rich. I just can't even. You guys don't even know how rich Democrats are.
Of MTV's Spring Break, but instead of Carmen Electra, you get Greta Thunberg.
They're rich and they're ugly. They're ugly. 69, get her.
The Cuban people are eating rationed rice in the dark, and these clowns are chowing down on $20 Snickers bars. Call it safari communism, Club Med, but red, nibbling on ceviche.
Yes, this is why communism doesn't work, right? Because Cuba imposed a blockade on itself. And communist people will always do this, right? This is the biggest problem with communism is whenever it's tried, they get economically sanctioned or militarily intervened with. And that's just a standard part of the communist. If you've read the Communist Manifesto or Das Kapital, it's like chapter 1. Fuck yourself over.
While real Cubans swim past sharks to get to Miami. Here's Irish rappers known as Kneecap performing before the power cut out, and fans started chanting this.
Oh, then there it is. Terrorists.
Well, if those are Irish rappers, they should change their name from Kneecap to Sucky Charms.
I'm going to do illegal immigrants in this one because he didn't mention Cubans desperately swimming to Florida. And that's a very common theme, right? It's a very common theme. Is everyone in the world is desperately trying to get into the United States, right? It's a common problem because America's the greatest country on earth. And anyone would give anything to live in Florida.
They chant Free Palestine in a different country.
Did someone say Sucky Charms? Did he say Sucky Charms? I gotta hear that again. Was it at the very at the very beginning?
The Cuban people are eating rationed rice in the dark, and these clowns are chowing down on $20 Snickers bars. Call it safari communism, Club Med, but red. Nibbling on ceviche while real Cubans swim past sharks to get to Miami. Here's Irish rappers known as Kneecap performing before the power cut out, and fans started chanting this.
I gotta hear Sucky Charms.
Well, if those are Irish rappers, they should change their name from Kneecap to Sucky Charms.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. How do you recover from Sucky Charms? How do you get up in the morning after Gutfeld absolutely dunks on you?
They chant Free Palestine in a different country where...
So, now, I assume all of you understand this joke, but if some of you don't get this joke, the country of Ireland is very famous. Its #1 export is a cereal called Lucky Charms. And it's a grain-based cereal, which is full of little marshmallows that are shaped like little rainbows and clouds and stars. They're like wee little Lucky Charms. It's a beloved cereal, but it lends itself to the perfect burn Sucky Charms, which is, again, totally devastating. Mike Blackman says, what about whiskey? Yes, that's second to Lucky Charms. The traditional Lucky Charms are consumed with, instead of milk, you use Irish cream or Baileys.
People are rationing beans. That's like your buddy getting stabbed in the eye, but you put Preparation H on your ass. Of course, it's not about Cubans or anyone.
That's a butthole joke. I'll give you poo on that one, because poo is where it comes from the butt.
These activists claim to care about. It's an invite-only getaway to a decaying communism theme park on some NGO's dime. It's not even open to the public, of course, or then they would see how electricity is doled out to the few while no one else has power. And it's also trust fund radicals can humble brag on TikTok.
Trust fund radicals?
While actual radicals rot in some hellhole prison for failing to salute. It's all the same. Cuba, Gaza, ICE, BLM.
Oh, wow. Cuba, Gaza, ICE, BLM. There's a lot of tiles here.
Unites this isn't just the power to the oppressed, it's ego, which gains size through a hate for America. Of course, they don't hate it enough to move out. Enter Code Pink, the original commie Karens, rolling in to tell the people how terrible the U.S. really is.
Here we are on our way to Cuba!
72
We're
woke
so
for sure.
excited to be with the Cuban people and show our support, show our solidarity.
And look at them. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? You're going to fly down there in a jet plane powered by beautiful Texas fossil fuels? You fucking hypocrites. A true liberal lives in a small borough. Okay, if you were an actual liberal, you would live in a hole on the side of an embankment and live on algae and water that trickles between the rocks. And then maybe we'll talk. And
to say that this cruel,
Women are annoying.
inhumane,
Yes.
barbaric policy of the Trump administration has to go.
Of course it does, because when a country collapses under decades of central planning, the real villain is the country hundreds of thousands of Cubans have defected to by duct taping hollowed out coconut shells to their asses to float to Florida.
Yes. So this is very funny stuff, because he's painting a very funny image, like a cartoony image of a bunch of Cubans, migrant gangs, illegal immigrants, floating to Florida desperately to get in it. Because if you guys know the history of Cuba, then I hope you do. They were infiltrated by Satan, and then Fidel Castro, with the help of Lucifer, took over a beautiful, wonderful country that was very well managed by the U.S. Mafia Americans and various fruit plantation companies, very good job creators. They kicked them out, okay? And then, for no reason, they immediately became very poor. And they became very poor because everyone immediately became very lazy, right? That's what happens. As soon as communism takes over, everyone just gets free handouts, and the whole population starts smoking weed and playing video games. And I know some of you say, well, wasn't this in the 1950s and 60s? Like, was there video games back then? Yes. They made video games out of coconuts and sugar cane, and of course, the weed was already readily available there because it's the devil's lettuce. And like I said before, the devil and Fidel Castro were responsible for the Cuban Revolution. And then it just became a cesspit of video games and weed, and they've been poor ever since. And that's the whole reason why. And you can grok it.
So while the entire island is in darkness, this commie clown car stays at the Grand Hotel Bristol. 5 stars, generators, luxury service, where the closest they come to speaking truth to power is complaining to the manager that the pool boy got cocoa butter on their Dolce & Gabbana sunglasses. Why didn't these activists invite Cubans to stay in their hotel for the night? I'm sure a few did, but only after requesting hookers in Spanish. You want a glimpse of a Yankee douchebag? Here's one.
Horse.
Tourism is the lifeline for the Cuban economy.
Fucking get him. Get him. Fuck this guy. Thank you. This is what I mean. Gutfeld, taking it to my enemies. Taking it to my fucking enemies. Thank you. Get him, Gutfeld. Get this woke. And people say this guy is strong. Hassan, I will outlift you any day of the week, even fucking Tuesday when I'm at my absolute weakest. Yankee douchebag.
As it stands currently, the government has very limited resources, and the American government makes it illegal for Americans to stay wherever they want when they're in Cuba. They have to stay in what they've declared as 5-star hotels.
Did he have a tiny gay cup? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this nerd. I don't want to hear this nerd. What is this video, bro?
Situation on the island. It's prosperity pretty much, and experiencing that dichotomy is like definitely me up. Definitely.
Takes a sip of a tiny coffee. Takes a sip of a. Does he not know how gay that looks and how elite? Do you know how elite it is for a tiny coffee? Do you know how elite? How much money you need to have a tiny coffee like that?
Now, nothing he said is true, but we got to replay that last part.
Got him. See? Debunked. Gutfeld, and that's how easy it is to debunk a liberal. All you have to do is say, Well, that's not true. Thank you. Someone's finally saying it. There was a bleep censored. Yes, Gordo, you got it. Very, very, very astute.
Experiencing that dichotomy is like definitely me up. Definitely.
You couldn't have done that better if you scripted it. I bet he has a Grey Poupon suppository up his butthole.
Yeah, Grey Poupon. You guys remember that? There's a very famous Grey Poupon commercial from 62 years ago where a fancy guy is like, Grey Poupon, and he's like in a fancy car. Up his butthole. That's gay. Did we have a Don Lemon joke as well? Did I not check off Don Lemon because I was all fucked up? Oh, we did. I did check off Don Lemon. Okay, good.
By the way, his glasses cost $1,400. 10 times the average Cuban salary and 4 times what I pay my writers. Of course, they're also meeting with Communist Party officials because nothing screams grassroots rebellion like schmoozing with the government militants.
I don't know if that is a self-burn. I think it's actually just, I think he's kind of bragging about being a good businessman.
Can't wait for the Yelp review. Not for the hotel, but for the government. 5 stars. Very attentive dictatorship. Great gulags. Chilled shrimp. Could have been colder. But that's the left. They don't want to live under socialism. They just want to visit. Fly in, take pics, and leave before the lions, or in this case, reality, eats them. Hell, if they stayed longer, they'd find out that in Cuba, vegan means we can't afford meat. Fact is, Cuba's been struggling with power and basic services for decades. You know, the stuff that happens when the government controls everything and produces nothing. But these activists can't admit that. So
yeah, that's I just turned off my Discord. I was getting some little Discord boops in there. Sorry guys. I just checked. It's Hassan saying, "Fuck you, dude. You fucking bitch. You're a crybaby bitch boy. See you in the ring."
Instead, they play Che at the Four Seasons.
Sure.
And they're so stupid, they convince themselves they're helping, but they aren't convincing anyone else, especially the Cubans. Let's welcome tonight's guest.
Got him. Okay, so very funny monologue, very funny point, but very good point, right? That communism is bad and evil and has always been evil, and as soon as you turn communist, your population will become a bunch of lazy, weed-smoking hippies, and you'll starve and suffer and die because of self-imposed laziness. All right, here we go. There's Cat Timp. Pff. Greta Thunberg. We have Greta Thunberg on there? Sorry, these are all new. Thank you. Number 26. Big communist rant here.
I love it when you give me the
just a little
clap.
There we go. This was the same one, for sure. Let's try this one. Kind of, but you know what? That is kind of funny. That never forget did forget. Iris, there it is.
Okay. All right, I get it. I get it. You love me. Good evening, everyone. So President Trump has offered Iran a number of demands to end the 4-week-long war. And first on the list, to sound less bitchy when they chant death to America.
Sound less bitchy. The Iranian people are effeminate. Is effeminate. Gonna try and find I. Do we have is effeminate on here? Is. There we go. 20. Very good. And they do. They really do. Sound like a bunch of annoying women. Big laugh from the panel.
A candidate for a Sonoma County seat falsely claimed she was 38 years old when she was actually 44 to discourage stalkers.
Now, do we have a possible Joe Biden lied about his age? He's actually 300 years old. Leo DiCaprio joke is a very good guess.
Which makes no sense, since once they found out she was 44, they lost interest. I mean, come on. Democrats.
Oh, that's a little bit of a bomberini. That was a bit of a bomb. But we laughed. We laughed. Is this the proper March 24th episode? Says Gordo. I'm pretty sure we hadn't seen that one before. But it's hard to know. Let's see. 3/24/26 from Tom O'Rej. Man, I don't know. I'll keep this one on here just in case we run out of Gutfelds.
Flocked to San Francisco to celebrate the birthday of Willie Brown.
Willie Brown, Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris fucked Willie Brown. Willie Brown and her had sex. You guys. Very funny. Never forget 77. That they had sex.
Willie blew out the candles while Kamala blew out her knees.
Boom. Because she was sucking them off. Guys. Absolutely a whore. And she's Kamala Harris. Gotta find K. There it is, 44. Oh, man. Oh, and I also predicted it. That's as soon as I saw Willie Brown, I knew. Kamala Harris. Yes, you're right. Myles predicted it. 53. Felt good. That was 3 tiles. We gotta be getting close with bingo now. There she is making that face she always made before she lost brutally the presidential election. When women have sex with people, okay, it's disgusting and it's slutty and it is morally depraved. When a guy has sex with a person, it's awesome. Unless you're Bill Clinton, then it's perverted as well. But if you're Donald Trump, you're just a playboy. Don't forget these basic facts.
Oh, come on! The other jokes were better! The other jokes were better! Sources say female Iranian spies have infiltrated Silicon Valley, but thankfully they failed their mission because no one wanted to sleep with Eric Swalwell.
Swallowwell.
United Airlines will soon allow customers to buy a whole row of seats that can turn into a bed.
Oh, wow. Interesting. How does this joke go here? A whole row of seats that could turn into a bed. Who's sleepy? I know Joe Biden is sleepy. He's a sleepy Joe. He is certainly a sleepy Joe. Wait. Have I not selected Joe Biden? Wasn't Joe Biden being dead a joke a long time ago? Still haven't selected Joe Biden. I have to click that one off here.
Not to be outdone, Spirit announced you could buy a whole row for your big fat ass. It's true. It's true. They're really big.
Guys, you can understand my confusion because they might not always have the same joke, right? They might not have the same joke, but it will be on the same premise. Boy, this is a real throwing me for a loop here. Spirit Airlines joke out the gate once more. Does that mean we're going to AOC now? We must be going to Ilhan Omar AOC if we're doing the same format.
Bruce Springsteen and Jane Fonda plan on attending a No Kings rally in Minnesota this weekend.
Boo.
I know.
We want kings.
One is like an aging chick who had too much work done, and the other one's an
Jane
actress.
Fonda. I said it at the same time. And the other one is Jane Fonda. Got him. 48 liberals.
Yeah, he looks like a Hall of Fame female soccer player. A Brazilian
Gross.
influencer is alleged to have faked her own kidnapping to gain more followers.
Misgender, yes. That is correct, Sotelo. We care a lot, please. Said, did you go make fun of the No Kings rally in Austin, Texas? Yes, I actually rolled coal. If you guys know what that is, I assume you do. Right on the protesters. I revved up my Dodge Ram. Big Cummins on that thing. I got some thick black smoke coming out the stack. And I also I did a little burnout there and made sure the smoke wafted over all those sissy liberal communist soy boys. And they screamed and they shrieked and they're like, don't, oh my God, don't, you're an asshole. And I just laughed and laughed and laughed. And I was like, I'll make more money than you, bitch. And then I just fucking ate a handful of chicken strips.
Wow, thought I was the only one to get a Brazilian to attract more fans.
Gutfeld fucks.
Video has gone viral of 7 dogs allegedly escaping a Chinese dog meat factory.
Chinese dog meat factory. Don't forget those. Do we have Chinese stereotype? No, we don't.
You hate to see that. A small business owner losing product.
It's the opposite, right? It's the opposite joke. It's just like, because you'd think like, oh, that's so cute, the doggies escaped. Oh, but then Gutfeld does the opposite of like, oh, it's too bad the business lost their product. Very edgy, very funny. Ooh, The View is a good
Finally,
guess.
a circus performer broke the Guinness World Record for pulling a 2,000-pound object with his nipples.
And the 2,000-pound object was Jerry Nadler, J.B. Pritzker, Chris Christie, Rosie O'Donnell, or Joy Behar. Which one's it going to be? We have a lot of fat asses to choose from, guys. We've got a lot. We have a lot. This is tough. This is a very open-ended joke premise here. But who's it going to be? Who's been in the news? Which big Democrat? J.B. Pritzker? We haven't seen JB in a while because, right, Minnesota hasn't been in the news for a bit. Is a pervert. I mean, pulling on your nipples is a very perverted thing. Your nipples should not be touched. Oh, RFK. Actually, sauerkraut is a very good guess. Seems like something you would do with just jeans and no shirt.
His nipples are healing nicely, and the object returned in time for work.
And it's... Fuck. You know... I'm going to have to give myself 1 out of 5. Still a fail. But, man, I had the right... The instinct was there, right? We all knew it. We all knew it. And it's Joy Behar on her own. I will do The View because I think Joy Behar has been replaced because Joy Behar does imply The View. She is there on The View. Damn.
Oh, thank you very much. All right. So California just pulled off something truly remarkable. They found a way to make a debate undebatable. At the University of Southern California, they had a gubernatorial debate lined up, and then...
That's a tile now.
Disaster struck. The candidates who qualified were all white. So what did they do?
Uh-oh.
The only thing they could do, they called the whole thing off. Yeah, Cali showed its commitment to equity by canceling a debate.
DEI.
Because
DEI.
The only candidates that qualified were Caucasian. It's also the same reason Kim Kardashian walked out of speed dating.
Because they were all white and she wants to have sex with black guys. Bingo! Hey! Satalo Disco. Congratulations on the bingo. Wow. That was a lot. We went through a whole 2 Gutfeld joke monologues before we got a bingo. Thank you. Congratulations, Satalo Disco, with the bingo win. Amy's twitching. Back from their nap. Satalo ready to go. Whenever you want to link your link it up. Oh, that's loud. Satalo's donating their link. Oh, no DJ Chemix here. Sauerkraut was ready to pounce on that one. Okay. We've got Sauerkraut's link in there, ready to go. Let me get these bingo cards handed out. Okay, you got 4 minutes to get your bingo cards. In the meantime, let's take a little little scroll around the Rumbleverse. We love Benny Johnson's videos, obviously. Oh, look at this guy. Never Forget 77 uploads classic comedians as well. This guy's he must be a viewer. He's got Gutfeld. He's throwing in some Andrew Dice Clay. I think we have a real Jeff Dye explanation is absolutely on the docket. In fact, their little Jeff Dye explanation might be filmed in front of a green screen for an episode of Jokes Explained soon. Let's just say it has been filmed and is on a hard drive. We're fucked. That's a great thumbnail, hey? Maybe I should put a thumbnail out like that one day. Erica Kirk. Wait. Again, so JP Sears is anti-Erica Kirk now. Same with Tucker and Candace Owens. You guys have to keep an eye on the right wing has split, right? Ben Shapiro is pro Erica Kirk. The exact moment host realizes Gen Z are idiots.
What continent are we on right now?
The US of A. What? Oh my gosh, I'm getting clipped.
Bunch of college students in Clearwater, Florida were asked some basic civics questions, and this went mega viral. Take a look.
Mega viral.
Who won the Civil War? England. So England versus who in the Civil War? France.
Wow.
What continent are we on right now?
The US of A. What? Oh my gosh, I'm getting clipped.
What year was 9/11? 2012. Who bombed Pearl Harbor?
Man, we need to. Save this for later. This is just to Brian, because I told you guys Brian watches all these streams later on. Brian, we need to go to the beach this summer and just get some. I need to interview some hot babes with Sydney Sweeney attributes so we can get our channel up to where it should be on the YouTube metrics.
Spain. So how many total senators does that mean we have in the United States?
Oh, 50 states, 3 times 50, 65.
What year did we free the slaves?
I should know this. This is a bad look.
1962. Who is the commander-in-chief of the military?
Learned about this one in school, I think. Starts with a D. It's like donut or something.
How many rights are listed in the Bill of Rights?
I don't remember this one. We'll go 16.
Okay, what is the 16th Amendment in the Bill of Rights?
That's a good question. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know.
Who did we gain our independence from?
I'll do this. The Netherlands.
Like a person or like a...
Nate, there's...
And here's the panel to absolutely shit on those idiots. Got him. Winners and losers. Why winning is a decision. A little bit of motivation for you guys before we play bingo. Look at this. We got Andrew Tate. He's in front of a volcano and one of these cool buildings are called a pagoda of some kind. And we got like, he's in it all black and he's also got like a jungle behind him.
Winners have decided to be winners, and losers have decided to be losers.
All you bingo players, keep this in mind, okay? This is what I'm talking about.
I didn't decide to be a loser, says the loser. It's just hard. It's just difficult. I was just tired. The fact you acknowledge that you were tired, the fact that you accept that it is hard, is why you've already chosen to lose.
Yes.
Winners don't accept these facts.
The moment you think about crypto, it's already over.
Decided I was going to win. So because I decided I was going to win, the fact that I may feel tired isn't something I even mention. It doesn't enter my psyche. I'm not cognitive of it. I have things to do. The fact that it might be hard has nothing to do with the fact that I'm going to achieve it anyway. Winners have decided to win, and losers have already decided to lose. When you meet a loser, know that's what he wants to be. He wants to suck. He wants his family to struggle. He wants his mother to say, I have cancer and I can't afford the chemotherapy. That's what he wants. He decided that's what he was going to be.
Yes.
I've never seen a man who decided he was going to be a winner fail.
Nope.
Ever.
Yep.
Before I had anything.
Amen.
Long ago, I decided I was going to be a winner. I used to say to Tristan, I'm going to travel the world and I'm just going to have money.
Yep.
I'm gonna have a nice watch, I'm gonna have girls, a fast car.
Yep.
I'm just gonna have money.
I'm
gonna be in Hong Kong in the fucking Shangri-La.
Yep.
Everyone's gonna know my name. You know in the James Bond movies where he walks in and they go, oh, Mr. Bond, because he frequented a hotel in Switzerland enough times for the concierge to remember him? Yeah, that's me in every fucking hotel around the world because I'm one of the most globally renowned, well-known people on the fucking planet because I decided I was going to win. The second I decided I was going to win, I never once again complained about being hungry, about being tired, about the fact it was hard, about the fact I was sad, about the fact I lacked motivation. I decided to win, and all of those thoughts evaporated from my mind. And if you still acknowledge these things, if you still talk about these concepts as if they are real, then you have decided to lose.
Jingly necklace. Oh. Ready for some fucking bingo? You ready for some fucking bingo? For some Where are my alpha dogs at? Where are my alpha dogs? Are my... Oh yeah! That's what I'm talking about. We got alpha dogs in the chat. Sauerkraut redeeming. Oh yeah, Sauerkraut ready to win. Some fucking bingo. No excuses, no loser mindsets, okay? No, you guys aren't hungry. You're not tired. You're fucking winning because you decided to win. Let me tell you right now, before we start bingo, if you decide to win bingo, you're going to win bingo. And if you don't, win bingo, it's because you have a loser mindset. It's that simple. Bingo cards. Bingo cards coming out right now. There it is. 20 players. 20 players. One of you, maybe multiple, because that does happen sometimes. Some of you have a winning mindset, and some of you need to subscribe to my fucking course. Just telling you. Just telling you right now.
So airlines they're like airlines now that put diversity above merit.
DEI.
California just decided to crash and burn.
California.
Apparently debate organizers wanted candidates that looked like the latest Star Trek series. And when wokesters don't get the result they want, then they make sure no one else can play. So as if on cue, critics said the debate lineup wasn't representative enough. An excluded candidate said the process was chilling and dangerous. Another said the voters were being denied all qualified voices, which is the opposite of what happened. They picked the qualified instead of...
Oh, sorry. I clicked the wrong thing there. It just says DEI. Fucking love Gutfeld. But let's go back here. I just wanted to hear that little never forget Windows alert sound. Yes, sauerkraut. I got excited too.
And once the complaint started, the pressure mounted, the boycotts were threatened, USC folded faster than a hotel maid with a... Voters were being denied all qualified voices, which is the opposite of what happened. They...
Yes. Okay. Who in the chat can tell me, what does that Windows sound mean? What does that mean?
Opposite of what happened. They picked the...
Virus detected. That's very likely.
Qualified instead of using DEI as the excuse to have their thumb on the scale. You know, and here I used to think voters decided whose voice is qualified, but I'm also one of those jerks who believed in a southern border and two sexes.
Perfect. Southern border. Illegal immigrants. Trans. Guys. Damn, Gutfeld just hitting all the tiles.
I just can't evolve, no matter how much European soccer I watch. Now, with the primary a couple of months away, vote qualified, but I'm also one of...
You guys are scaring me with when you say Hassan Raid in the chat. I had a Windows alert sound go off in my brain.
Those jerks who believed in a southern border and two sexes. I just can't evolve, no matter how much European soccer I watch.
Gay. European soccer's gay, guys.
Now, with the primary a couple of months away, voters will be left guessing, much like Brian Kilmeade when asked to describe a woman's breast.
Brian Kilmeade and boobs right next to each other. The joke is that he doesn't know what a woman's breasts look like because he's never had sex with a woman. Not because he's gay, but because he's a nerd. That's a good burn. Got him. Get him, Gutfeld.
And of course, the media led the charge by saying nothing. When the debate got canceled, they were as quiet as me when I eavesdrop in the women's bathroom.
That's a self-burn, I think. Yes. And is a pervert. That's a self-burn. I mean, because Gutfeld would never do something like this. Now, this is tough, right? Because I have to decide, is this joke, and he might explain further here, is the joke that he's eavesdropping because he wants to hear the women go poo and pee? Does he want to hear them poo and pee? Because a lot of sick guys are into that sort of thing. Or is it because he wants to hear their gossip? Because women are very gossipy and they're annoying that way.
It's great. When I sit on the toilet, they can't see my feet. Now, nobody said the rule.
And that's a little short joke. So double self-bird Gutfeld. He's quite a jolly good elf. I think he's listening to them pee.
Okay, we'll edit laughter in there.
I mean, some guys are into listening to women poo as well, but I'm going to say pee is more sexual than poo in this instance. So I'm going to give you guys pee.
Rules were unfair. In fact, they were described as data-driven. That's right, it was mathematical. But to the left, math is racist, but discriminating against white candidates isn't. So as usual, this...
Math is racist? To the left? Is that true? I didn't even know that. I didn't think it was possible, but, you know, this is why I watch Gutfeld, because the left will always find a way to sink lower.
Wasn't about a fair or accurate process. It was about the message that the lineup on stage sent. And once the complaint started, the pressure mounted, the boycotts were threatened, USC folded faster than a hotel maid with a meth problem.
What?
Understood.
Folded faster than a hotel maid with a meth. Oh, because she folds so fast because hotel maids are always folding. Oh my goodness. I got a bit confused. I thought he meant like, and you know, like how drug addicts, sometimes they are leaned over because of all the fentanyl, but that would be a different kind of drug. 18 drugs.
Understand, mind you, USC didn't reschedule or revise the debate. Nope, they hung their heads in shame like a guest in a kitchen when Chris Hansen walks in.
Do you see the structure of those two jokes there? Like a, right? They hung their heads in shame, like, and then you can say, you could use that for any instance, right? Any instance. You could be like, hey, I went to the bathroom and, you know, some guy was in there sneaking around and hiding in the stalls. Like Gutfeld, like Greg Gutfeld on a Wednesday.
Who hasn't been there? And what of that debate, the once vaunted airing of political positions that are so essential to a free and fair election? It was over before it began. Now the candidates' only way to get their word out in California is by shaking.
So some of you who aren't Americans, first of all, I'm sorry. And by sorry, I mean you never will be, you're not allowed. But second of all, gubernatorial, okay, it's a very strange word. But every state in America is run by a goober, okay? We have 50 states, and each state has a goober. And a gubernatorial debate is when the potential goobers, people running for goober, they have to debate each other, and to, you know, instances like this. And when they, you know, they try to display that they would be the best goober for that state. So that's what they call this. I know it's really strange English. Nobody knows what gubernatorial means, but goober means goober and notorial means debate. So this stands for goober debate. Leaving
it into their back hair and going rollerblading. Now think about that. A university running for cover rather than standing on principle, which our universities today never hesitate to invoke when it comes to Trump or ICE. USC
ICE
simply tapped out like a straight man watching The Bachelorette.
Same joke format. Simply tapped out like a straight man watching The Bachelorette. Only gay people watch The Bachelorette. We've already checked off is gay. I'm going to put women are annoying on there because The Bachelorette is for women, and women are annoying.
Tells you everything. They'd rather have clueless voters than field a team of white guys. It's probably the same reason LA burned to the ground.
Yep.
It's called lowering the standards out of so-called fairness. So we've arrived at a place where DEI doesn't just shape the workplace, it shapes elections. Instead of persuading voters, they pressure institutions to abide. At USC, an overpriced institution of higher learning, just cowardly validated this dodge. And when an institution like USC caves to this crap this fast, it sends a message louder than any debate ever could. Appearances are what matter, which kind of makes perfect sense. After all, it is the home of Hollywood, the world of make-believe, whether you're talking political ideas or tits.
Or tits. Make-believe tits. Fake boobies. Period. Got 'em, right? So that, very funny jokes, but also very good points that the USC canceled debate because everyone was white and this is just, and the media didn't care. So Gutfeld has to get in here and remind us that the media is corrupt and California is full of DEI liberals who are ridiculous.
You're welcome to tug on it.
You're welcome to tug on it.
I know.
Whoa, we're watching Gutfeld on a TV. We've got double TV.
Oh. I know. I get it. I get it. It's overwhelming. Good evening, everyone. So today was opening day, where millions watched boring people get overpaid for hours of tedious work.
Also known as The View, Congress. Like, right? This is the same joke format. Like, boring people getting overpaid for hours of tedious work. Yeah, Congress might be, that's a good one. That's a good guess, actually. But I feel like it could possibly be The View. I don't know.
Then they changed the channel from Fox and Friends to watch baseball.
Oh, that was a little Fox and Friends jab there. A little fun jab at the Friends.
It's just 3 hours.
That's a long time, 3 hours. Iran's foreign minister has said that his country will decide how to end the conflict, not the U.S.
Uh-oh, too bad he just got exploded. He's dead now. I bet that's the joke. There are no negotiations with the U.S. Okay, yeah, there won't be because you're now you're a crater. Kill him. They should. I hope they show his death live on Gutfeld one day. Gutfeld should just be. They should have a live execution segment.
We reached out for an additional comment, but he was already dead.
Holy Christ, guys. Holy fuck me. God, I'm good at this. Kill him. Kill him next week on Tuesday, live on Gutfeld. Live on Gutfeld. Myles predicted the joke. 53.
Hillary Clinton will visit New Hampshire.
Hillary. Oh, you see how he choked when he said that? Almost like Hillary was standing right behind him with some piano wire. 32, she kills people.
Sure, next month for an event. And no one's more excited than the state's local rope salesman.
And fucking, she's killing them. Has killed people. Let's find it. 46. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Sauerkraut with the 1 biddy on the board. Thank you. Cheapest bribe. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Sauerkraut reminded me. We do have a bribery policy on here, so if you don't win bingo, you can just straight up, with a donation, buy your way into the link. You get to link a link. If you're top day trader, you get to link a link, and I will watch your video at the end of the stream. Thank you, Satala Disco, with the 69 biddies. I don't have an AI tile. No.
By the way, New Hampshire's state motto is live free.
Shamani says that's not fair. Shamani, you either have a winner's mindset or you don't. Okay? If you don't have the bits, it's because you haven't decided to win. Very simple. It's actually very fair when you think about it. Can I get a free link for my B-Day in September? Okay, but I have to see some ID.
Or die, which explains why she murdered Jeffrey Epstein in prison.
Epstein.
Crime solved.
We don't have Epstein on here anymore.
That's a joke, lawyers. According to a new report, California's DUI tests actually passed people who were drunk. Don't I know it, said one woman.
Oh, we should have known this one, guys. Kamala Harris is a drunk. Always.
Pope Leo recently hosted a group of highly trained exorcists at the Vatican.
A group of exorcists? A group of okay. Interesting. So who would this be? With a view? Maybe they're trying to resurrect Joe Biden. Is that's not really what exorcists do, though, right? Exorcists they try to get demons out of people. And who would have lots of demons in them? Probably The View, right? The View, I think I'm leaning towards The View on this one.
Prompting one man to ask for help with a demon he's currently dealing with.
Wow. Okay. Never mind. It's Barack Obama and his bitch of a wife, Michelle Obama. Classic. Again, no one's making jokes about Barack and Michelle except for Gutfeld. That's the media for you.
But it's true. Exorcists are in demand as Satanism is on the rise.
Satanism's on the rise. Wow. I thought we did away with Satanism. But here we go again. I hope you have your crucifixes.
And much like Jesus, the exorcists were planning to cast the demons into a herd of pigs, but they missed their flights.
We got there. We got there. Okay, this is tough. This is tough because this is kind of still part of the same joke. I'm not going to give myself full marks for this one, but Bingo! It is The View. Gina Potts grabs the bingo before I can hit The View. Oh man, I was pontificating too much about that Pope joke. Oh man. Okay, Gina Potts, congratulations. Late on the bingo slam. Got some people really, chat's riled up. I gotta be faster. Gina Potts, congratulations. Bingo is issued again. Gina Potts, whenever you are ready. Link your link or donate, whatever you like. Gina Potts with that winner's mindset, right? She decided to win, and they won. Locked in, no excuses. No, not lazy. Just pure bingo ethic. Slams that bingo in there. Gina says, I'm a he, LOL. Good. Oh, is it Yena? Yena. Misgendered. I'm sorry to say, but your gender is not determined by, what you decide. I actually decide your gender in the chat, so I know I may misgender some of you, but I can actually tell. I can easily tell by the username which of the two genders you occupy. Gina Potts, thank you. That's the definition. You see a lot of right-wing people get, totally flummoxing the wokes when they ask them, what is a woman, right? And a woman is who I say a woman is. That's the definition. So if anyone asks you to define a woman, say, whatever Myles says is a woman is a woman. And that's that. The media won't tell you this. The media will not tell you this. But I will tell you this. Vince Vaughn rips into Hollywood elites. We watched a little bit of this.
And they all became so about their politics and who's good and who's bad. And it's like, imagine sitting next to someone like that on a plane.
Oh, Vince Vaughn made a little commentary on how ridiculous these shows have gotten because of the partisan nature. I thought this was interesting.
And I think that the talk shows, to a large part, became really agenda based.
Yeah,
they were going to
agenda-based.
evangelical people to what they thought. You know what I mean?
If you ever see, you see back, in the background or backstage of a big talk show, they usually have like a big whiteboard. And it has their whole agenda laid out on it with timestamps on it. And it's just fucked up. It's fucked up. Wow. The return to communism. Well, if Canada decides to return to communism more, they're going to find that they are completely bankrupt very soon.
In the last federal election, Canadians voted to say no to Trump and Trumpism. What they're getting instead is our government following the U.S. into a future of wars, fossil fuels, austerity, and job-killing generative AI.
This guy's against AI. Has he even seen the Benny Johnson fucking video intros?
Our NDP has a different offer for this country. Our plan is to
Lunatics.
Trump-proof the economy by investing massively in Canadian economic independence, using the unmatched power of public ownership to ensure the fundamentals of a good life.
There it is. Get ready for the bread lines.
A network of public providers for food, phones, and internet. A public housing developer and public construction companies to build millions of non-market homes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Enjoy your gray communist blocks, Canada. Jesus.
A 21st century electrical grid, an EV bus revolution, and a heat pump in every home. Built with Canadian steel, creating tens of thousands of unionized jobs.
Just laugh. Oh man. And it's so important to just laugh at these people because they are ridiculous. Gary Reed, you know what? I think you're pretty I don't know if he is, but very similar head shape.
Anyways, brush up on your duck strangling for the public parks because 2040 is going to be here quicker than we think. He's proposing Venezuela-style oil and gas economy.
Venezuela style. Mm-hmm.
Bread lines.
What did I just say? What did I just say about the bread lines? That's all it takes. One. First, Canada's so close, and by we, I mean Canada, not Austin, Texas, are so close to bread lines. It's fucking ridiculous. Why don't people learn? Why don't they look at examples like Venezuela and just say no to communism? It's ridiculous. The View. We're back to Gutfeld. Get your bingo cards. We have one less player than last time. I can't settle for that. Someone's asleep on the toilet. Wake up. Come on now. There we go. There's our 20 players. You're welcome. 21. Okay, all it took was a little bit of wrestling. Wake up. We're doing bingo. All right, I'm just going to click on The View right now for redemption. Because we are, it's right there on the screen.
Long way for a View joke. David Simon, the largest shopping mall owner in the country, has passed away at 64.
The largest shopping mall owner in the country has passed away. Okay, so this joke, you can, okay, let's do my best to predict this. He's passed away. I think this is going to be a joke about shopping malls, right? So they're going to like, what's a shopping mall joke? How would you do a shopping mall funeral? He died. Maybe shopping malls are dead. Maybe they'll put him in a dead mall. Maybe they'll bury him in one of the dead malls. Oh, a Foot Locker? Yes, Foot Locker. That could be funny. Cinnabon? This is going to be a mall joke here. I'm going to say they put him in a dead mall.
I know. Per his request, his ashes will be sprinkled over an Auntie Anne's pretzel.
Hey, and you know, I was right about the structure, right? And the content, but I was not specific enough with my brand, you know? But there we go. You give it to Mike. All right, we'll give you one here. We'll get chat. I think we got it. I think we worked together on that one. Winning mindset.
So good. Aren't they good?
Not anymore.
An American Airlines flight out of Charlotte made an emergency landing in Newark.
Newark, New Jersey. Got Chris Christie was the goober of New Jersey. Remember. So we might be doing a Chris Christie joke here. Good thing there was a giant Chris Christie at the end of the runway to stop the plane. Huh? And also, or it could just be a New Jersey joke like, uh-oh, New Jersey is an emergency. Let's try it.
Passengers reportedly screamed in terror when they found out they were in Newark.
New Jersey is hell joke. Mike Blackman, much more specific. Very good.
And finally, Melania Trump welcomed a humanoid robot to the White House.
A humanoid robot. Which Democrat is this? Which Democrat is the humanoid robot in the White House? Joe Biden? Maybe Joe Biden? Still a little more personality than Joe Biden?
That was built to help with laundry and cleaning.
Oh, laundry and cleaning. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're heading toward women.
Does it kneel? Asked one man.
Bill wants to fuck the robot.
Slow there, guys. All right.
God damn it.
Serious.
A real twist and turn on that one.
A Chicago college freshman, Sheridan Gorman, was allegedly murdered by an illegal alien from Venezuela.
And the media is not even talking about this. Venezuela. That's gone. No more Venezuela, which is too bad. But we've got illegal immigrants. I'm trying to find illegal immigrants on here. It should be under I, right? I for illegal immigrants. Can't find it. 58. Thank you. No, I already did that one. 36. Thank you. God, I'm blind.
His name, Jose Medina. Cut loose at the border under Biden in 2023. A month later, arrested for shoplifting, released again.
Wow, cut loose at the border by Joe Biden. Can you believe Biden isn't going to jail for this? I can't believe he hasn't been executed for this crime of cutting loose this guy. Imagine that. Twice. So 2 times, Joe Biden drove down to the border in a pickup truck. This guy was handcuffed. And Joe Biden was like, "Don't worry, Jack. I gotcha." And then undid his handcuffs with the presidential master key and said, "Go do what you want to do. You've been using the old port for 5 years." It's our crowd. You know it's been 10 years. We just had the affiliate anniversary.
He was caught and released so many times, he practically had a hook sticking out of his mouth. Now, Sheridan's own student newspaper, the Loyola Phoenix, rightfully ran this headline, quote, "Immigrant man charged in murder of Sheridan Gorman." In the story, they called the suspect an illegal immigrant.
Oh, wow.
Way too kind, I say, since legally you can't call him violent piece of but
censored. Censored.
Rightfully ran this headline, quote, "Immigrant man charged in murder of Sheridan Gorman." In the story, they called the suspect an illegal immigrant. Way too kind, I say, since legally you can't call him violent piece of But then, right on cue, they apologized, saying, "We described the man who was charged as an illegal immigrant. That language does not align with the values of this newspaper."
God.
The values of this newspaper. What exactly are those values?
Murdering.
To inflate criminal aliens' self-esteem and to make sure that you can only accurately describe a crime if the suspect is white. So the real crime was the language, not the murder.
Yep. Anti-white racism rampant in the media.
They even edited the story to describe Medina as a Rogers Park resident, like he was Mr. Rogers of Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. I guess the Unabomber was a peaceful pen pal, and Lizzie Borden just a lumberjack.
Wow. Reference to Lizzie Borden from 300 years ago. Wow. Hillary Clinton, yeah.
Anything to avoid calling a killer a killer.
Woke, yeah, I'll give you woke.
To add further insult, Alderwoman Maria
woke.
Haddon implied it was the victim's fault for being in the
Maria Haddon.
wrong place at the wrong time, and that she may have been shot because she startled the killer.
As a joke is stand-up bingo, yes.
If walking in public equals waving a pork chop in front of a rabid pit bull, I'm surprised she didn't add, "Did you see what the girl was wearing?" Haddon tried to walk back her idiocy, but it's hard to do any walking in Chicago since you have to dodge all that gunfire.
Yeah, fucking woke-ass, liberal bitch-ass city. Goddamn, Gutfeld on a roll here.
Meanwhile, a 4-time previously deported Honduran illegal alien has been charged with murder after he allegedly shoved an 83-year-old U.S. Air Force vet onto the New York City subway tracks. And this scum also had a lengthy rap sheet. You know the pattern now. Criminals.
Think of it. Think of it. Every year, there's literally up to 6 murders by illegals. And the media doesn't even talk about it.
First, especially if they're illegal, and victims last. In New York, a trans illegal migrant, which is the royal flush of identity politics.
I thought I was going to say the royal flush of Gutfeld Bingo. Because, man, New York City. Zohran Mamdani, he's got to get mentioned. You can't just skim over New York City without getting a nice slice of piece of pie and a nice Zohran is a communist joke.
Congratulations. Just time served, 6 months behind bars for raping a teen, despite being wanted on robbery, prostitution, weapons charges. 6 months. I'm thinking way too lenient. You know, unless he's spending it hanging upside down, getting beaten like a piñata.
I like this. This classic, this is like, Gutfeld is obviously, he's doing great monologue, great jokes here, but he's also doing like a classic sort of inciting hatred sort of routine, which is very like 1800s America, you know, like you get up, you start doing like a, you know, like a witch trial, even older than that. You know, some of the first comics would accuse people of being witches and describe Satan going through all of society and get people all fired up until they'd start stabbing each other. And Gutfeld is sort of doing this too, right? He's sort of whipping them up. It's like I said before, a long time ago, about when you whip up the whites into a meringue. is what Gutfeld is doing here. It's very effective. Gets people laughing.
That is less time than you'd get for doing donuts on a Rainbow Street mural. We see the same attitude among leaders in sanctuary cities. After Gorman was murdered in his city, the Chicago mayor chose to name a snowplow.
This moment is finally here. The snowplow with the most votes, most entries.
Oh, nice job on the snowplow, but you won't address the fact that Chicago is full of gunfire all of the time because it's Democrat run.
Abolish ICE.
Did you reconsider rescheduling this event given the murder of Sheridan Gorman by an undocumented immigrant?
This is a terrible tragedy. I'm going to continue to use every single tool that's available to me to protect the residents of the city of Chicago.
Except ICE.
And
who just want to help.
This tragedy is not going to deter us from our work.
Yeah, maybe a bad time for a little pun, don't you think? But did you guys get the joke? Because, see, a snowplow's function is to get rid of ice.
Gutfeld explains the joke. Wow, I've never seen a Gutfeld explaining an external joke before. It's a little taste of a future where Gutfeld explains jokes professionally.
So not only is Brandon an American-hating douchebag, he's the only black guy on the planet with a sense of humor.
He's the only black guy on the planet with a shit sense of humor. Wow, that's a is race for sure, but that's a classic black guy stereotype, right? Very funny peoples
with a sense of humor. Meanwhile, in Philly, DA.
That was a little Gutfeld bomberino there. Yeah, I give you that one. There's not a big response, even on the panel. Just a small chuckle, but again, people are. They're a little bit outraged, right? They've got a lot of heartburn because they're thinking, they're trembling. They've loaded their guns. They've got a list. But yeah, the joke bombed a little bit there. I'll give you 27.
Larry Krasner threatened ICE agents.
This is how it works. You commit crimes within the jurisdiction that is the city and county of Philadelphia. I prosecute you. The president cannot pardon you. And yes, I will put you in handcuffs. And I will put you in a courtroom, and if necessary, I will put you in a jail cell. If you decide to make the terrazzo floor of this airport anything like what you did in the streets of Minneapolis.
Oh, he's so brave. He'll threaten anyone, except, of course, criminals. You could throw...
Except, of course, criminals. Thank you, Gutfeld. Very good and astute and funny. Yes, excellent stuff. We have some comments here. Yes, people saying... Yeasty Pipe says, black people are scary. They are not funny. And that is a good point. Because I definitely agree with you there. You know, Chicago, full of black people, very frightening place. A lot of Democrat cities, very scary for this reason. But also, black people, very funny. But usually funny is the Jewish stereotype. Maybe he's mixed up here. I don't know. Maybe again, this show is written a lot with a lot of help from large language models. So I don't know if it got a little confused with, you know, mess up your racial stereotypes. They're backbone of comedy. But still laughing.
Grandma down the stairs, and he'd give Granny a summons for a noise complaint. But that's a priority, not illegal murderers, but the agents trying to stop them. And if you're a victim, good luck. You know, there's a reason the book's called Crime and Punishment, not Crime and You Had It Coming.
Yes, Gutfeld makes a good point here. The book Crime and Punishment is about illegal immigrants committing crimes and being punished for them. That at least that's what the Grok summary told me. I don't have time to read books like this, okay? Because I'm too busy winning. I've got too much to do. I've got too many AI substacks to write. I've got too many to prompt, I should say. I've got too much music to prompt. I've got too many jokes to prompt. I don't have time to read Dostoyevsky.
Okay, we'll edit laughter in there.
But yes, the main immigrant's name is Raskolnikov, and he commits a crime, and he is punished in the book by the goober of the state where he is, which is, I believe, somewhere in Iowa.
But to these, America is not a system that has delivered tremendous prosperity and liberty to its people. It's something to loot and profit from
Criminals
because we deserved
first.
it.
Dems.
But it's time to slam the book shut on the Democrats' fairy tale romance with violent invaders.
They love
because
them.
At this point, they're as bad as the scum they protect.
Yes, Democrats are scum. Excellent funny monologue from Gutfeld. A little bit on the stirring up again, inciting a bit of hatred and violence there, but it's all part of the love of the jokes that he does. This is the last episode of Gutfeld. Might be last chance for a bingo. Wow. Holy shit, there is Jeffrey Epstein on this fucking card. It's under J for Jeffrey Epstein. I think it was under E last time. That's why I didn't see it. Scum is scum is cum. Sauerkraut. No, it's not. Get your medical facts correct. Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you're thinking.
Is this the same outfit?
Wade. Let's welcome tonight's guest. He looks like the guy who tells you to have his daughter back by 8. Fox News contributor Tom Shalhoub. As a baby, his first words were spread 'em. Fox News contributor Paul Morrow. Even vegans want to taste his sausage. Chef and restaurant owner Andrew Gruel. And vultures circle her and are always disappointed. New York Times bestselling author, Fox News contributor, Captain. All right, let's get this thing on the road. Before we get to some news stories, we're going to do this.
Greg's Leftovers.
It's Leftovers, where I read the jokes that we didn't use this week, and as always, it's my first time reading them. So if they suck, we'll dress Joe Mackey up as Dana Perino and send him to Karl Rove's hot tub. Don't know what that means. And
it means he will be molested. That's the joke. Come on, Greg, you know that, you cheeky little devil. We got penis? Gay penis? Wow.
Agent saved the life of an unresponsive baby in a TSA line.
Wow, and you won't hear this in the media. ICE doing a good thing, because that's all they want to do is good things, and you won't hear about this in the media. Thank you, Greg, for reporting on this, because you will not hear this in the media. Did I mention that the media is not going to say anything about this? Unresponsive baby. What is this? What is this joke going to be? What is this joke going to be? Is it going to be something about? I bet it'll be some sort of like the liberals are still mad at them, right? The Dems are still upset because they saved the baby. Maybe they missed. Maybe they I don't know. They saved the baby, but they gave it gendered clothes or something. I don't know. That would be a little advanced.
At JFK Airport. Yeah. While the agent was lauded as a hero, Democrats called him a Nazi for using the Heimlich maneuver.
See, I mean, I was close. I was close, right? The Dems still hate ICE. That was the joke. But also they had the Heimlich maneuver, which is German name, and German means Hitler, which is very funny. Myles can't explain. Hey, oh, sauerkraut, I explained the shit out of that one. Whenever you hear a German name, you laugh because a German name means Hitler, and Hitler is very funny.
An indicted House Democrat could be expelled from Congress. She allegedly stole millions in COVID funds.
Guilty of ethics violation. Millions of COVID. Okay, so those COVID funds were obviously supposed to go to Bill Gates and Anthony Fauci. So they're going to, of course, want her fired because they're stealing their COVID money because they started COVID to make all that money.
And everyone knows that money was earmarked for Somalian thieves.
Somali daycares. And, oh, I chose the wrong people that were going to get that COVID money. But it's all part of the scam.
A Secret Service agent guarding Jill Biden shot himself in the leg at the Philly.
Okay, they're already laughing. It's a very funny scene here.
The Philly airport on Friday.
Shoots himself in the leg while escorting Jill Biden. And she, of course, couldn't help them because she's not a real fucking doctor. Because she's not a real fucking doctor, guys. Come on. Come on. Come on. That's it. I think this has got to be the joke.
When he screamed, "Is there a doctor in the house?" Jill said yes and quickly started reading him a children's book.
Fucking yes, baby. Got him. 53. Myles predicted the joke. Still, after 10 years, still sharp as a fucking nail.
Nice. Nice. A New York City lawmaker is proposing a bill that would force the Big Apple to go dark after 11 p.m.
Thanks to a completely insane bill. Okay. Zoran Mamdani has something to do with this. He wants them to go dark so that he can either, we've been over this before, have sex with goats, do 9/11. It's going to be one of those two, I think, right? Or maybe it's just a blackout like Venezuela because he's a communist. We're going to have some sort of, this is a Zoran joke. It's got to be. It's New York City.
Citizens worry this could cause an uptick in crime, while one man worries it'll be that much harder to pick out a hooker.
Cash thrills. somehow thinking of Bill Clinton through the universe, feeling the what? Cash thrills. What? How did you feel? Oh wow. You felt the Bill Clinton coming, just like Monica Lewinsky did. A little bit of a mild slip up there. Damn, Bill Clinton is a pervert. Come.
The Olympics are now testing to verify the biological sex of all female competitors. Yeah.
Sure, only females compete in women's competitions. Trans. Did we? Oh, we already checked that one off. Policy to ensure only females compete in women's competitions.
The proof will be based on whether they refuse to order French fries and then eat half of yours.
Women are annoying.
Chicks. Am I right?
Chicks, am I right?
Officials in Los Angeles have discovered a group of people who've been living inside a manhole for over a year.
Don Lemon. Don Lemon? Group of people living inside his manhole? Huh? What do you think? What do you think? They've been living in his manhole.
And worse, the man didn't even notice.
Oh, it fucking feels good, man. Feels good. Feels good on a Monday. Oh, baby. Don Lemon. Living in his asshole. Lagwar says poo.
Bingo!
Oh, my dumb idiot wife. Congratulations on the group of people living in Don Lemon's asshole joke. Excellent job. Wow. Pulls it off. Congratulations. Collect your bingo. We will finish the joke segment of this monologue before we go to the viewer videos. And you've got your link ready to go. Excellent job. Big congratulations. Let me grab your link here. Let me grab your link. Oh! Sauerkraut cheers to 68, which adds to the 1 bit, which makes it 69 bits. Oh, Sauerkraut. Also, let's just take a look at the day traders. I'll give you guys to the end of this Gutfeld if you guys want to bid and bribe. But it looks like we're going to have... who are we going to... Oh, it's a tie between Satalo and Sauerkraut right now for the top bid. To bribe their way into the Linkiverse. Let's finish this off. Stella Disco edges to the front by 1 bit.
Of course. There's a new date.
What? Did you guys see this guy's response to the Gutfeld joke? Oh my lord. Sauerkraut and Satalo locked in it. Oh man. Sometimes I respond like this guy. Whoa.
Of course.
Of course. Of course. Oh, yes. Excellent stuff. Of course. Of course. That's my response. That's my response when What is with this collab and the collab of the bits auction in the chat? Sauerkraut and Satalo Disco just collaborating in the chat. I don't like to see that. I want to see pure, ruthless, angry competition.
There's a new dating app where you can buy someone a drink, and it has over 20,000 people on its waiting list to get the free drink. Some of the people on the waiting list include Kamala Harrisburg, Kamala Harristein, Kamala O'Harris, and I swear I'm not Kamala Harris.
Yeah, she's a big drunk.
Good joke.
Of
Meta
course.
and YouTube were found liable for a woman's crippling social media addiction in a $3 million trial. And apparently she was just looking at one photo.
Hey, sexy Gutfeld. Beautiful
Should
Photoshop
come with a
there.
warning
Brian, take
label.
notes.
TSA workers have reportedly resorted to selling blood while they go unpaid during the partial shutdown.
Oh, too bad they're selling blood, because that would be something that George Soros or Jeffrey Epstein or one of the other various Democrats would like to have, because they're vampires.
The good news is all the extra blood selling has slashed the price of delicious blood. I knew that wasn't going to land, but I didn't care. A person was arrested for urinating on furniture and appliance in an Airbnb, causing thousands of dollars in damages.
How much for that furniture, said Bill Clinton, because I want the piss-covered couch because I'm a pervert.
She was immediately hired as a Joe Biden impersonator.
Oh, incontinent old man. That's the joke there. We're ripping through these.
Police in Missouri are investigating why fentanyl was found in the packaging of Barbies. Surprise detectives say this is the type of behavior we expect from illegal alien Ken.
Little Barbie joke there. Out of my purview.
Bill Maher is getting the Mark Twain Award for humor.
Wow.
Big deal. I'm getting the Shania Twain Award for being most likely to bang Shania Twain.
He would be. Gutfeld is a fucking cat. He's a fucking stud. I don't know if you guys, people who live in New York know that Gutfeld, he's out there. He's in the bathroom. If he hears you piss in the way that he likes, he'll be out there.
What?
Cat Tim, a little offended by that joke.
Finally, a 40-foot dead whale washed up on a New York beach.
Oh, wow. Sounds like Rosie O'Donnell tried to make it back home and drowned.
Don't worry, though. The whale's next of kin has already been notified.
Oh, Mike Blackman with the final guess.
All right.
Nails it. And we knew that was going to be the thing. Didn't we, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, auction ends. We've got a two-way tie between Satalo Disco and Sauerkraut. What the fuck? All right. Are we going to do both? We're going to settle this. This is how we settle this. You guys can both link in the chat if they're short videos. Sauerkraut already has a link in there. Okay, this is a good short one. This is a short one. Sauerkraut, I will accept. Satalo Disco. You can throw one in there if you like. Satalo also, earlier today, donated a link. Sauerkraut, but now Satalo, with time to research, has another link ready to go. And, oh yes, these look very good. Okay, we'll do these. I'm into this. Oh, wow. We have an Instagram video on here as well. So this would be, I hope I could figure this out for you guys and not make it all trashed. That's it for Gutfeld Bingo. Again, thank you guys for watching. We are on to the viewer video segment now, where I'm going to watch everybody's links. And if the stream gets taken down, it was taken down at the very end. So it was still fine. Thank you all for watching. Let's watch these viewer videos. I'll explain why they're funny, or I'll just simply not. Is this going to be... Now, there's the volume down here at the bottom. Now, Instagram videos, I don't know if I can actually regulate the volume. So, headphones off or ready to be pulled off.
Man, what you doing? You'll break my glasses, man.
Bro, I just jumped on your lap.
Bro, I didn't do it.
He done molested me just now. Stop playing on me.
You got a tattoo on your face? What you been through?
You can tell I have trauma.
Yeah,
no white boy has a face tattoo if he doesn't have trauma. I'm not a SoundCloud rapper, and I was molested as a kid.
Man,
what you doing? You'll break my glasses, man.
Bro, I just jumped on your lap.
Bro, I didn't do it.
He done molested me just now. Stop playing on me.
Okay. So, the joke is that, so this guy here on the couch, he's frightened because this guy reveals he was molested. And you guys don't know this, but if you have been molested, that turns you into a molester. It's very similar to the way vampires work. It's passed down through molestation. So this guy knows this. A lot of people don't know this, and he jumps away immediately because it's a bit of a scary thing to find out you're next to someone who is a molester. That guy has his YouTube shorts on. Yes, absolutely. But that was a very funny reaction. Thank you for that video. Very funny glasses on. It's hard to zoom in here on Instagram. It's a little of a bit of a clumsy platform made by this is a Meta company, and Meta is like a small startup company. So hopefully when they get some more employees, they'll figure out their platform. Jim Carrey's classic stand-up comedy. This is 3 minutes long. It's a long one.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Carrey's Unnatural Act.
Here comes Jim. He's just swell. You can't tell.
Oh my God, I'm so mad.
You could be the star of TV.
Oh, too long, how long?
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Fucking. I can't believe I got blobbied.
No. Definitely not. Go to your room.
Oh my God.
Ended up already.
Oh, Mr.
Robbie beans. You couldn't always carry so many Robbie beans. That aren't you?
This is called Amy pandering. This is pandering to Amy. Bobby killed the baby.
One mince pie.
Bobby killed that child. Oh my God. I swear to God. Let's not look at those. Let's not look at those recommendations. Read the description. Okay, SoundCloud, you're gonna have to link it again. What does the description say? I'll read the description if you throw it in the chat again. Let me see here. I swear to God. Okay, it says. It says, "Happy April Fools from your Discord, Myles." This video is specifically made to fuck me over. Happy April Fools. We may have a little April Fools prank planned as well. So make sure your computers are on April Fools. I know a lot of you guys have your computers off and you only turn them on Mondays and Fridays. A little warning. All right, let's check this out. No way.
Like like that. It's not my my extremism that I need to protect. It's my mundanity. That's what I feel is most sort of
Okay, so. Okay, the title here is Russell Brand made a joke about raping a woman in a now deleted comedy podcast. For one thing, AI can easily manipulate stuff, right? Even though this is from 2 years ago. Second of all, he's a father. Okay? He's a good man. He's a Christian and he's a father. Just keep that in mind. Okay? Keep that in mind. He's like Chris D'Elia. He's a good dad. He gets up in the morning and he raises his children. Okay? We can't be that bad of a guy.
Just a sort of a bloke from Essex, from a single parent family, that's a pretty comprehensive show off.
Yeah.
So that's like, I suppose if there's anything being protected, it's that. Oh, and also I raped someone once.
It's obviously a joke. We're laughing. It's a joke.
But yeah, you got the insecurity.
I killed her after.
See?
She'll never tell.
I like that joke you used to do. When you were at school and like loads of boys with cars come and pick up the best looking girls from your year, and you think that's not fair. All the best looking girls in our year are going out of 26-year-old men. But now that I am 26, I see the beauty of the system. The beauty of the system is what I liked. What a good system.
But I don't know if that will happen.
Hey, there's a soundbite for us.
Also, I raped someone once.
There's the soundbite for you guys. Very funny stuff. So he's just making a joke, and I think that the courts and the women will all have a big laugh when they realize it was all in good fun, right?
We can do a y-axis, and we can do an x-axis. We're going to label the x-axis time, and on this axis we're going to have laughs, and then we're
a little bit of AV PowerPoint, a little bit of.
We're going to title the graph this bit. Okay, really good start, actually, really good start. Let's sort of peters out a bit. That sort of drops off. Fake laughter there, so that's a big stuff. Huge stuff. Yeah, that's really great.
Very creative. I don't like it, right? When people go to a stand-up show, first of all, he never heard of this guy, so he's probably not very good. Second of all, he didn't ask anyone in the crowd what they do for a living or if they're a couple. So I'm already lost, right? Because I don't know. I also don't know what race are these people in the crowd. He hasn't even addressed that at all. So he's obviously an amateur. So we're going to give him the benefit of the doubt here. Did you leave comments? Not on Russell Brand, but I'll leave a comment on this guy here, Robin Solo. Very, very funny, but should have asked people what they do for work. Just a little helpful comment there, just in case he reads it. But that was, it's he's trying it out, right? And I hope that he figures out. I hope that he figures out eventually, what you're supposed to do. This is a very clever, sort of original way of doing stand-up comedy. But also, I don't even see a stool, right? I don't really see if there's a stool, so it's confusing. I think a lot of people who are not joke experts. The crowd is laughing here, but maybe they are also joke explainers. I don't know. Okay, we got the last one here. This one's called Jim Norton Bombs on Tough Crowd. What? Not Jimmy Norton.
There's a bunch of people suing, or a couple people actually suing Grand Theft Auto. The makers of Grand Theft Auto, because a couple of teenagers reenacted what they saw in the game, went out and shot people, and now their families are suing Grand Theft Auto. And this has nothing to do with bad parenting. I mean, it can happen to any of us, because I remember when I was a teenager, I was arrested for painting my face yellow and running around yelling waka waka after playing Pac-Man.
Great. So that's a great joke. So it's hard to believe he bombs, right? It's a very good, there's a video game joke. The game Pac-Man came out over 85 years ago, and it was a game where you were a little yellow circle, and you would nibble little bits, and then you'd get enough bits, you'd eat, ghosts would chase you, and it was very fun. But the audience sucks.
Nobody say anything. Please, audience, please. It got a little chuckle, please. And that will look much better when it's finally Audience, edited. please, let's give him an honest appraisal. All right, I'll accept that. Did you just say, no, I said it. Did you say you paint your face yellow and you waka waka like the Pac-Man?
Colin Quinn being a real dick. A little bit of being a real dick to Jim Norton here, because that joke did not land.
I did say that, yes. You don't think that was kind of an insult to every comedy fan that took the time to come down during Hurricane Isabel to this show, stupid? That joke stunk. You're right, it did stink. I apologize to the audience. And to you at home, this will probably never make the air, but if it does, I'm sorry. That joke was awful. I mean, granted, I'm not smooth enough to shove food into my fat face and bang my groin on the table. Well, folks, life is pain, life is suffering. Commercials are quick. We'll be right back.
Okay, so this is very similar. Yeah, someone just said, "Is this Kill Tony?" This is the predecessor to Kill Tony, or a bunch of streetwise comics would hang out on a set with Colin Quinn, and they would be very New Jersey, and it was a really popular show in the old days, and they wouldn't let guys like Jim Norton get away with jokes that aren't that good. Hard to believe. Couldn't pull it off. Harad. LOL cheers. Sometimes you have to say LOL cheers, just to let people know you're having a good time. That's it for viewer videos, guys. That's it. Thank you. Those were good submissions. Those are some good historical videos. And one pre-April Fool's prank video, courtesy of Sauerkraut, pranking me live on stream. It's a good thing I'm not Colin Quinn, because I'd fucking roast your ass right now. That's enough blobby for, I swear to God, there's going to be more blobby on Friday, I bet. But yes, keep your computers on Wednesday. there might be a prank coming your way, but who knows? I don't know. Thanks for watching Gutfeld Bingo. Congratulations to all our winners. Thank you to our day traders. Thank you to our long-term investors. Thank you to our Patreon members and supporters. Please join our Discord, join our Reddit, and we'll see you guys very shortly. Thanks again. Have a great week, and glory to the U.S. Empire. See you guys next time.